to Lakewood. This is a brand new city. And I must admit, this is one of my favorite moments, when you've got this blank page, if you like. And as of this moment, I haven't made any mistakes yet. And it's nice to look at this big square with all its potential. And here we are in our new area. And over here we've got our two roads. Three lanes coming in and 3 lanes going out. And isn't that great? No problems at all at the moment, because there's nothing here. But yeah, this is where we are. We're going to start building from here. We've got a river on the right hand side, we've got a lake on the left hand side. Pretty sure that, no, it doesn't show anything. But I think it's quite a lot of forestry around as well, if you wanted to do that. But for now, I'm just going to sit back here and I'm going to look at this blank square here for a while longer and try and come up with some ideas as to what I want to do. Just thing to say about the City Skylines game at this point at the beginning is that you don't really have much money. 70,000 doesn't last very long in this game, so you've got to be a bit careful where you put things and how you start off. It's very easy to run out of money at the beginning of this game. And so I'm going to sit back and just kind of think about things for a while and then come back a little later with hopefully a couple of roads laid out and some residential buildings zoned in. I should be back later. Well, here we go. This is the very beginning of our new town called Lakewood. I will change that name if I figure out how. But here we go. This is the very first houses being installed. As of yet, we don't have any traffic. We've literally just got the houses being built. So if I jump down here, we can see that we've got some nice houses. And all we need now is some people. They should be coming. They should be coming any moment. So the only thing I installed, because at the beginning, like I was saying, you don't have very much money in this game, and my 70,000 has quickly dropped down to 7, and I'm losing 1,000 every hour or so. So it's important to try and get people in as quick as possible. Here comes something now. What's this? That's a lorry. Where's that going? If I'll just go up and I'll show you what else I installed. Very basic at the beginning here. I installed this is the water pumping plant. This is where they get the water from on this very rocky area. And I installed a coal plant because it's not too expensive, and it makes about double the amount of electricity that the fans make, turbines. So that's all I've got really. I've got the water here. The water is going this way from right to left. It's flowing. And so the other thing to remember is that you've also got to put in a sewage pipe. And so I put that sewage pipe all the way down here. That's as far as I could go with that, because that's going to go off that way. And you don't want this pumping the sewage anywhere else, because you're going to pollute the water. So try and get it as far away from the drinking water here as you can. And then when you start zoning in, make sure you start zoning around the power plant, because that's where the electricity is, and the electricity kind of it catches on from one house to the next. So if you start your zoning off over here, you're going to have to draw power lines. So at the beginning anyway, I find it's good to, even though eventually you might want to get rid of these houses because they're not going to be happy living next to the power plant. But there we go. And we have people coming in. The next thing they're going to all want pretty quickly, of course, is they're going to want some shops. They're going to want employment. Where is that lorry going? Is that the coal lorry? It's got to be. Yeah, they're going to want shops. They're going to want employment. And then after that, it's probably going to be, they're going to want their garbage collected, and they're going to want schools. But there we go, we're off the ground. Oh, the other thing I did, I put a little roundabout here. So this is how everybody gets in, and then they can go wherever they want. And this is the way out. That's a one-way street going out, just that bit. But everything else, just normal two-way roads at the moment. Nobody's interested in going anywhere except that way. And all of this area here is zoned, so I'm just waiting for all of this to build up, because I really want to get this figure in the green if I can. And then I should start putting industry and stuff in. The other thing to remember is when you put the industry, it will bring in an awful lot of traffic, lorries and things, so it's probably good to put the industry somewhere on its own where the lorries don't have to drive through your residential area. So for now, for me, I'm just gonna put the industry down here, and maybe some shops here. As soon as I get houses here, although I'm probably not going to get houses. It's probably going to stop now. Oh. I expected all this area to build up with houses, and the demand for houses is gone now. Never mind. I should start putting in some factories and things here, I guess. But yep, that's what it looks like so far. Just that little speck. And I shall be back later with some more buildings in place, hopefully. So I'm started to put the industry in here, and it's I think I'm going to need some water here. The industry is very close to the residential. I didn't want that, but I didn't have a choice straight away because of the way the zoning is at the beginning. I expected houses to build all the way up here, but they didn't. So, because what I wanted to do was put the industry here so that the lorries wouldn't have to drive through the residential, but I can't do that yet. So I put the shops here, and for now, for the time being, I've put just a little bit of industry here, but that'll probably go at some point. And when I do get the I'm running out of money. When I do get some money, I'd like to start just putting some nice roads and things here, because I'd like to build this place in a tidy kind of fashion, with lots of kind of parallel roads rather than have it all messed up like my last place. But right now I think I'm going to have to take a loan. Right, so I've just installed a medical clinic, and that's what that looks like, the medical clinic. On the other side, although I don't think you can see it, it's a fire department. Let's go out here, there we go. And I put them in. There was some houses there, there's still one there, and I'm trying to get the houses away from here because this is a pretty bad area to live. It's okay to have the shops there, but not the houses. So right now we've got a medical clinic, what's it called, a firehouse. We've also managed to put one of these joining roads here. I'd like to do that, and I've managed to put one here. I'd like to have maybe another one here, these roads, and then these smaller roads connecting, because I'd like everything to be symmetric. And I also had enough money to put a school here, just an elementary school, which should be okay for now, because we've only got, well, we're getting up close to 1,000 people, and the demand is down, and that's good, because I'd really like to not have to do anything much for a while. I'd like to let the money add up so that I can start putting the industry here away from the citizens. At the moment the industry is over here, and I don't really want it there. And then I'd like to, like I said, just start building everything out slowly but surely this way. The mistake I made in the last town, one of the mistakes, because I made many, was really bad roads. This time I'd like to put some really decent roads in, rather than just using these roads for everything. I'd like to use bigger roads. So you can see the problem here with the industry at the moment. All the big trucks have to go through the residential, and if I was to keep building over there, if I was to keep building industry over there, eventually this is going to just become a big traffic jam. So the best thing to do to avoid that is to try and put your industry over here so that it doesn't have to go anywhere near there. The other thing I'd like to do is to, I don't know what you have to do to get in maybe I can do it now, but it would be to do some forestry or farming, because I think it pollutes less. I think it pollutes less than just the normal industry. And there is forestry here. Well, we'll have to see about that. The one thing I don't like about the industry is the color that this kind of horrible brown color that everything goes after a while. I don't like that. But anyway, yep, that's where we are for the moment. And this is a nice place to work. Got this nice river behind. But there's oh, we got a fire. Did my guys get to the fire? Because I just managed to I just put down the firehouse about 2 minutes ago. Well, they seem to be well in control there. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah. Well done, guys. All 4 of them. And that's it for now. Right, so I've installed some more roads and a police station. There you can see one of the police cars, and a couple of parks. And it's looking quite nice. I must admit, it's nice to have I know it's very early days, very small town, but it's nice to have a place that doesn't have, yet anyway, lots of abandoned symbols floating around in the air. Got so fed up with that in the last one. So what I'm doing here is let me just check for water. Yeah, I need to add more water. You can see I've got it. Let's see, is this going to cover all of it? No, that's a pity. Well, what I'm going to do is just going to go from here to here, because these areas are already zoned, you can see, so just to cover them. And I was thinking it does look kind of nice here without having buildings everywhere, because this actually, I like the look of this road with nothing on either side. So I may try and, although I want to fit in as many people here as I can, but I may leave some areas, some roads empty on either side. So just build up a little bit to here maybe. I've still got a lot of space. But I do like the look of just these roads like this. The other advantage of this, of course, is I have some industry over on the far side there, and all the trucks seem to be using this road rather than going through the residential area. They're coming all the way up here, and then they're heading out of the town that way, and they're coming in this way as well, so that's good. And you can see I've got a big demand again for industry, and I'm going to have to try and think about that now. But that's it so far, and I'm quite happy with the way it's going so far. It's looking a lot tidier than my other place.